At 6 months, your baby is likely becoming curious and excited about pretty much everything. They're learning from the little things you do together every day, like going to the grocery store or even the doctor's office, yeah. You're introducing a whole new world every time you look at and talk about something together. Everyday play.
At this age, learning is not just about stimulating their minds, but it's also about helping them discover how to move and use their bodies.
We used to play peekaboo. That was the game my daughter loved. She loved to go under the blanket and go like that.
At this age, your baby's still not quite sure that even though your face is hidden, you're still there. Games like peekaboo help them develop this ability called object permanence. Practicing this will eventually help your baby understand that while you may leave for periods of time, that doesn't mean that you won't come back to them. Science shows that babies understand many words long before they can say a single one. Babies learn words by hearing them in everyday conversations. When they can connect words with real-life activities, they learn language on a much deeper level. Try to find ways to fill your baby's day with words, whether you're on the go, at home, in the bathtub, and even before bedtime.
This off for you, okay? You feeling a bit warm?
We love books. It was such a useful tool to be able to introduce her to the larger world, to be able to just even point out colors and objects.
My little one, obviously he doesn't know what the words are, but he would just be kind of glued to the pages.
Looking at pictures and talking to them about what they can see can be even more valuable than reading the words on the page. Babies at this age respond well to books with different textures and bright colors. Granted, they won't pay attention for long, so when they're done, follow their lead and move on to something else. Babies can learn more than one language at a time. So, speak to your baby in whatever language you're most comfortable with.
Understanding milestones.
6 months is a time of many new skills. Your baby will likely be rolling over, sitting with a little support from you, grabbing at things and passing things from hand to hand. They might start to talk more by making raspberry sounds or some babbling noises.
Babies usually develop skills in a particular order, which we call milestones.
When you become a parent for the first time, even when we go to the pediatrician, like your child is in the 80th percentile in whatever these marks are, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Is that below? Is that above average? Like, where does my kid really fall in all this?
Having a premature baby, milestones are, you obsess over them.
If I'm constantly trying to figure out if she's hitting a certain milestone, am I able to take the time to actually enjoy whatever it is that she is doing?
Children might reach milestones at different ages. If you're worried your child is delayed in reaching a milestone,
Please bring it up to your provider. Addressing these concerns early can make a big difference for your baby's development, which is one reason that coming to your appointments is so important. You and your doctor are a team.
Eating and teething.
At 6 months, you can allow your baby to start to feed themselves. This will help develop important fine motor skills, which are tasks or movements that use the small muscles in your child's hand. Continue to be careful about choking. Always watch your baby closely when feeding and use very soft, small bites. Watching your baby's sugar intake is always important for their health. And as they start to get teeth, too much sugar can lead to tooth decay. Babies typically get their first tooth sometime between 6 and 12 months. Signs of teething may appear months before teeth do. Despite what you might have heard, teething does not cause fevers, but it may cause fussiness or make it uncomfortable to eat and drink. A cold washcloth or a safe teething toy can be comforting and helpful for teething pain, but avoid medications or over-the-counter remedies that may not be safe. Now's a great time to think about toothbrushing. All babies, even before they have teeth, can benefit from brushing with fluoride toothpaste the size of a grain of rice at least once a day. You can start with a soft baby toothbrush or a small cloth to wipe their teeth or gums.
Sleeping through the night.
If your baby isn't already sleeping through the night, now may be the time to help them learn how.
I kind of gave them the opportunity to kind of figure out their own soothing mechanism, ways that they can figure out how to soothe themselves.
Some babies may need practice falling asleep on their own, while others may need to learn how to soothe themselves back to sleep in the middle of the night.
If I do let her have a second, like even just to cry for a second, she'll usually fall back asleep on her own.
better for everybody involved, better for her, better for us. If we just like let her sort it out on her own, it makes her a little bit more resilient. Yeah, you think so?
There are many strategies families use to help their babies learn to sleep. Some methods involve more crying, while others may take longer. What's most important is to pick a strategy you're comfortable with and stick with it. Talk to your child's doctor to discuss any questions you have about helping your baby learn to sleep through the night.
Safety. Babyproofing, Part 1.
As your baby begins to move more, there are many benefits to baby-proofing your home. Creating a safe space for your baby to explore without you having to yell no all the time helps to keep them safe and you sane. We call this a yes environment, and it can help your baby have the freedom to grow and develop. Baby-proofing will look a little different in every home. The best thing you can do is get down at your baby's level. This will help you find potential risks. Be aware of what is on or near the ground level and make sure small objects are picked up and out of reach. Outlets, stairs, cords, electrical and curtain, and objects your baby could pull down on top of themselves are also particularly dangerous at this age. As a reminder, all poisonous substances should be out of reach and secured. If your baby does swallow any poisonous substances or objects, call Poison Control immediately at 800-222-1222.
Play. Practice peekaboo to help your baby learn that even though something is out of sight, it still exists. Language. Look at books together and talk about what is going on around you throughout the day. Milestones. Children may reach milestones at different ages. If you're worried that your child is delayed in reaching a milestone, bring it up to your provider. Safety, baby-proofing. Create a yes environment that is safe for your baby to explore. Get down at your baby's level and remove any safety hazards.
We know you'll have questions about topics not covered in this video. There's no parent question that's off limits, so be sure to bring up any questions or concerns you have with your doctor. And while they're the expert on your children's health, you're the expert on your child. Together, you're a team focused on your child's health and happiness.